they think they did the work, but they deserve it just because of whatever reason they think. And some of those thoughts are valid, and some of those are not. But that entitlement and not having it makes life very, very difficult for some people. So, going on to our specialty, the first thing that we have is in emergency medicine. Do we know how many patients are going to come in today? No. It could be one, it could be several hundred. We never know. We have no control sometimes of how many nurses we're going to have. We have no control of how much any resources we necessarily have. And that can be problematic. Again, we see these people and they're very sick. We get afraid that we might make a mistake. And sometimes people just have fear if they made a mistake, they're going to make another one. And when they do that, it almost creates a problem that they're going to make a mistake. And so that is something that is important to deal with. The lack of recognition and respect. We have to respect one another, each other. We have to tell people, so many times, at least in the United States, when they talk about a patient, what they do is they only tell you about the patient where you made a mistake. They never told you about the patient where you did very, very well. And so we need to make sure that we take care of each other in that area. And I don't think you have this problem here. But in the United States, we spend more time filling out papers than we do taking care of patients. And we spend more time in front of the computer than we do taking care of patients. And that frustrates a lot of us because we went to become doctors and nurses, and now we feel like we're typists and computer people. And we need to make sure that we find that balance. The issue of some emergency departments and some critical care is there's just too many patients and not enough beds. And they keep coming, and they keep coming. And sometimes it feels like there's no end. And that can make for a very, very difficult days. We talked about the fear of safety. In some areas in the United States, there's a lot of guns. There's a lot of knives. There's a lot of violent patients. And I'm in a seemingly safe area, but in our area we have a psychiatric hospital. And so all of the patients that are psychiatrically deranged come to our hospital when they're sick. And they can be very violent. And they can attack you for no reason. Same thing, we have elderly patients. They're confused, and they may attack you as well. And these are some of the concerns that we have. And of course, sometimes you have the colleague that is just not nice. And that can be very difficult because you may have to work with them for 12 or 24 hours. And if you're not working well with them, that can make for a very, very, very difficult day. And again, with emergency medicine, but also critical care, working days, nights, back to days, back to nights, and not knowing which time they're on can be a definite challenge. I'm going to talk about this, and then I think I might have a few extra minutes for some questions here, and I'll get us hopefully caught back up here. There's only a couple of things left here for me to talk about. The first is the important thing here, and this is a challenge, I think, in Vietnam, that as emergency medicine is very young, is the whole idea that we are autonomous, that means that we can work independently, that we're not somebody else telling us what to do. That is a challenge that we have to overcome, and